Hello again, whiskey friends. So I had something else entirely in mind for today, but I got a text alert that I had hand delivery that just happened to appear at the house. We have the Sagamore Spirit Sherry Finish Rye. This is, where's the proof? I just saw the proof. There it is, 106 proof. I love the cognac finish. I love Sagamore in general, so haven't cracked this yet. Let's break this down together. Thanks for joining, everybody. Open that. Fresh pop. Ooh, that was sexy. All right. So for today's tasting, do a mash and journey Glen. Cheers, Jason. Cheers, Scott. Fitting to do a Sagamore and a mash and journey Glen. Three Amigos is amazing. Also, cheers to Dusty Dan. That was a bit too deep, but we will enjoy this one. So, Sagamore Spirit Rye. If you haven't had any Sagamore Spirit yet, to my understanding, this is a blend of a 51% rye and the 95.5 rye from MGP. I think that's their base. I don't know if they're making their own yet, if that's getting in the blends, but I think this is all from Indiana. Yeah, it says distilled in Indiana. Bottled by Sagamore. So I'm pretty sure I got the story straight. But this one's finished in sherry barrels. I love sherry finished whiskey. One of my favorite pours of the year is the New Riff Malted Rye sherry finished. I won't do any head-to-heads today. I'm going to keep it self-contained on just the Sagamore. But super excited to dive into this. I mean, it just entered the household like 5 minutes ago. So, we're just going to dive into it. Sagamore Spirit, Sherry Finish Rye, 106 proof. And this is a PX Sherry. It's very bright on the nose. I've had a lot of the newer sherry rye recently, and that malted part of it gives it that dark, rich texture. This is a different animal. Oh man, I know it's sherry. It reminds me a lot off the nose of a Midwinter Night Dram, even. Man, one heck of a nose. Peppery, chocolatey. Oh, it's an apple pie, but not quite cinnamon though. But the apples and like what is that like jam that's in an apple pie? Like what's actually the filling of an apple pie? I don't know, but something like that. Sugary. Scratch the apple. Pear. Little citrus. Gosh, it's an orange, but it's a real bright orange. What would be brighter than an orange? Tangerine, maybe? If I get more specific. There's a powdered sugarness to this. Man, I'm pretty happy off the nose. I really hope the taste lives up to the nose here, because it's delicate, but it's delicious. All right. Well, cheers, whiskey friends. Let's go in for a taste. Okay. All right. That's pretty good. Let's break this thing down. Up front, a whole lot of flavor. Mid palate felt pretty good too. I was a little worried about the finish, but I think it came through in the end. Let's see what it does on the second sip. Oh, it's really good. All right. I like this a lot. Man. All right, one more sip before we go into flavors. Let's do front of the palate first. Man. Got a mid palate there. Hold on. It is all the sherries up front. Oh, man, I got a lot of sherry through and through on that one. But up front, I got a lot of this sweet grapefruit note. Chocolate. But man, that was flavorful. Like right off the bat. Boom, hits the mouth. It just drops bombs. Mid palate. Mid palate's where you can definitely tell it's a rye. Still chocolatey though. That orange, that tangerine note comes back into play. Gosh, it's delightful. Into the finish. Bit of chocolate again. When I say chocolate, so this is a very milk chocolate. Sometimes I'll say it's darker chocolate. This is milk chocolate when I say chocolate. The berry explosion on the finish is great. Grape, raspberry, tangerine. Man, bit of pepper in the midst of that. Man. All right. One more sip. This is a good one, though. Gosh, now I wish I would have compared it to something. Maybe Ooh, I got a starlight behind me. Might improvise a little sherry pie. Man, that's good. All right. So, price. I think it was $90. Maybe 80? Something around there. Recommend. Yeah, recommend. The cognac one I have, recommend. The 7 and 8 year single barrels I have, recommend. I'm real big into Sagamore. Recently, I called this blind in a flight that Adam from Livewire Whiskey, subscribe to Livewire Whiskey, gave us Sagamore in a blind, and I knew it right away. I was confident. Man, I like Sagamore. I like MGP in general. So you blend the two mash bills and finish it and have some fun. Woo! All right, let me pull out. Sherry pie, though. No, that's a bourbon. Oh, that doesn't work. No. All right. Got too ambitious on that. Other than the new riff, I don't think I have another sherry rye. Do I dare compare it to new riff? I think I've already called out a comparison at this point. Let's compare it to the new riff. All right. This is my whiskey of the year, by the way. So we'll see how Sagamore compares. All right. Drowning Pheasant glass. Thank you, Dan, for this glass. Ooh. Just a little bit. Man, that malted part though, that's hard to compete against. Man. So I equate when I'm drinking whiskey, I actually put a lot of it in I translate it to music almost. Like you have just lighter tones, darker tones, lighter notes, darker notes. Like, you know, it's if you pictured sound waves, that's how I imagine it when I'm tasting whiskey. And the Sagamore Spirit Sherry is all higher notes, and the New Riff is all lower notes. So this is a malted rye finished in sherry, and this is the MGP blend. And you know how much I love MGP. I love MGP. Off the nose though, New Riff. Man, that's good. The New Riff just doesn't come off as a stereotypical rye as much as the Sagamore does in comparison. And even Sagamore can blend, hide itself as a bourbon. Kelsey and Darrell thought it was a bourbon during our blind. So the fact that I'm saying in comparison, like it's clearly a standout rye. Man, all right, in with the New Riff. Gosh, that's good. I love that pour so much. That makes my soul sing every single time. Still my whiskey of the year contender. All right. Fabulous. It's hard to compare though because of the malted rye aspect. I'm gonna get some water and give one last sip to the Sagamore. Man. Man. Delightful, just in different ways. Doesn't make my soul sing like the New Riff does, but it's really good. Strong recommend on the Sagamore Spirit Rye. Sherry finished. Strong recommend on the Double Oak. And if you can get some private single barrels that are 7-8 years old, they're all amazing. Sagamore's doing some good stuff. One of my favorite ryes right now, in general. The fact that they're doing the whole blend part of it just gives it its own spectrum, even though it's MGP still. So good. All right. So, thank you, Katie and Ethan. Really good tasting. That was fun. I'll see everybody later. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye, whiskey friends.